This video is a bit in a different spot. I'm just sitting in a gazebo while the snow came down. I didn't really expect the snow to come down today. I thought it was over, I thought spring was gonna come, even though it's February, but I guess I was wrong. I got like a snow-shaped dome on the side of my head. It's kind of collected there when I was walking my dog. And now once I put her back in the house, I want to come over here and think just a little bit. But also, just talk about certain things that I know are hard for some to cope with, or I don't know, something to help somebody, because when it snows, and although you can't see in cameras, because they should be able to switch this, is the fog, it makes everything feel so apocalyptic, if that makes sense, but where it's no one's around, you can't see exactly what's in front of you, but the snow comes, and you really start to feel alone. So I find something comforting in that. And I find comforting the fact that it leaves you really alone to think about who you are and what you're going to do with life. It makes me feel like I'm at peace in a sense where, although my mind is still racing, I can stop and just listen to the sounds of the wind blowing, of the snow and hail hitting this gazebo and all the trees around me. But sorry about that. One thing I want to talk about is about feeling left behind or alone. As you probably guessed if you watched something else, I felt that a lot. And finding a way to cope with it or a way to feel better, it's hard. It's really hard. Something that I think could be used to help with it, maybe, is just you hear a bunch of people online saying, oh yeah, you need to go to the gym, or you need to do this or that. And they think purpose in life comes after you do something like have sex with a bunch of women or men, depending on your persuasion, or vying for other people's approval, or even just to completely isolate yourself from the world. And I think I do more of the latter, because when I'm super stressed, I'd like to go to a place where it's quiet and I can see no other person. I feel like then there's no one there to judge me or to tell me I'm doing something wrong. That's why I generally, when I do work out, it's not in a gym, it's usually at home with the stuff I have, because I'm afraid of what other people might think of me. But in life too, there's a lot of stuff to be busy about. I mean, I have a project I need to get due by Monday for my school, and I haven't started it at all. I'm just kind of, I don't want to wait to the last moment because it's really bad ethic, but it's like something that I keep doing, and I don't understand fully how to stop it. It's like there's a wall blocking me from reaching my goal, but I really can't do anything about it, even though I kind of wish I was able to. And despite all that, I am still able to get it done. Maybe not the best it could have been, but the best I was able to make of it. I'm probably going to start that right after I get back in the house. I also want to bring up another thing, though. Feeling like you're a failure if you mess something up, or if you ruin your chances by making a stupid mistake and then giving up. It's better just to not do that. It's better to... Sorry, wait a second. Alright, I had to cut that because some 6 really loud kids came at the gazebo, and I just didn't want to have to deal with a lot of loud people, so I came under this tree. I found this really nice kid with a snowboard before. We had like a minute conversation about the ice, and also just like how we like the peace and serenity. And so I pointed to him an area that wouldn't be as icy for him to snowboard down, and I just walked away. I like those shorter interactions. Even if I know I'm not going to know the kid for a while, I'm just really, really, really antisocial, I guess. Not antisocial, that's the wrong word. But I guess I like being able to give quick convos and not small talk. I hate small talk. And even so, I see in the future, at least we'll have an inkling of who each other are. I like this pine tree because it's particularly large. And it blocks a lot of the snow. It's got a really cool canopy. You can kind of see the tree root. Yeah, back to the thing before is people feel like they're gonna give up because they made a mistake. I feel like almost every day. And I really think you shouldn't give up. As cheesy as that sounds, I feel like living, even if you're gonna suck at something, is one of the greatest enjoyments and pleasures of life. Regardless of how much you suck, it's better if you just, even if you try something else, just keep going at it. Don't think, oh, it's all over for me. Like, I think that a lot, and I'm trying to get out of myself. I think maybe I'll get better at it if I talk about it to someone who might actually benefit from this information, even if it's in like 5-10 years. And even with my shaky hands and my terrible audio quality, because I'm filming this on a Samsung, I think I can have real fun just doing something that I love. And coming out in here, it's calming almost. Not as post-apocalyptic as I said before, because I saw like now probably 7 people, but it's still a great experience. I think you can probably still hear the kids in the background. I can hear them quite well. But I'm glad I came out here just to see stuff, just to live. I think doing this because I wanted to and not because I felt obligated to is a good step, because I'm doing something that I feel like is best, not just because someone told me to do it, which means I have some sort of agency over my life. And even if even if things were able to be different, I don't know if I would make them that. Maybe I would choose a few things different in terms of how I went about them in the past, but I'm trying to separate myself from the past, as there's no point in looking at something from years ago and being like, damn, if only that changed, because it's not really, just fell in the snow. It's not really important in the sense that it won't change as much in the future as you'll think. At least that's what I think it does. I think the best thing to do is just probably to keep walking forwards. Like me, I just fell in the snow, but I'm not gonna let that dissuade me from what I'm doing right now. Yeah, they're loud. They're pretty loud. I think this is where I'm gonna end it today. Just one quick lesson, even if you probably didn't understand my rambling. I think that works. I'm gonna go home now. Good night.